Hey, it's your girl Crystal Robinson with Fabulous Crystals. And I just want to get on here on TikTok related to a message that was sent to me from someone who, well, they were claiming to be a potential customer, claiming to be interested in buying some jewelry items. So if you all don't know me, which some of you do, you know that I sell paparazzi jewelry. I do other things, but that's one of my side hobbies. And don't mind the noise in the background. That's my grandkids and the dog. And well, the dog ain't making no noise. He's minding his business. But anyway, so the person messaged me and told me that they were interested in buying some items. They had saw my videos and they wanted to purchase some items. I said, okay, well, cool. My website is www.paparazziaccessories.com /472118. And so they were like, do you take Cash App or Zelle? No, they asked me, do I do Cash App or Zelle? And so I said, yeah. And they were like, well, good, because, I don't do links due to a bad experience with scammers. I said, oh, okay. And I just thought that, I wasn't putting two and two together. I thought they were saying that, they just wanted to use their Cash App card or their Zelle card due to being scammed before, maybe because of, like maybe, have somebody, have their information, like their bank information compromised. So I was like, well, yeah, I would probably use my Cash App card too to make some purchases, because once I'm done using my Cash App card, I lock it. So I'm thinking, maybe they do the same thing that I do. Well, they kept asking me, about the Cash App and the Zelle and stuff. We're going back and forth, kind of, sort of. And then it dawned on me that I think they were wanting my Cash App information so that they could send me the money. Like that was going to be the thought. Send me the money and then I would send them the items. But I kept, enforcing the fact that here's my website link, and also here's the information for paparazzi support if you want to validate my legitimacy. There's other paparazzi sisters or papa sisters that can, validate the fact that, I am, legitimate, just as they are. But anyway, it just dawned on me that, that this person possibly was just going to try to claim that they were going to send me some money if I gave them my Cash App or Zelle information, which I don't even do Zelle. I don't know much about Zelle. And there's no way I would dare rather give somebody my Cash App information so that, some random person can so-called, send me some money. I don't operate like that. Not as a business person. I've been doing this way too long now. Maybe in the beginning I might have got myself scammed, but praise God that hasn't happened. I've had it happen before when I was doing Avon. Somebody sent me a check and I deposited in my account now. But right before I deposited in my account, I asked the representative, um, you know what I'm trying to say, the person behind, that was the teller. That's what I was trying to say. To please, look at that, because I was like, I've never had this happen. Can you, check it out for me? And so, of course, they were like, well, if we see something suspicious, then we'll hold it, which they did. And they got the FBI involved and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Lord, yeah, it was, yeah, thank God it just really, really didn't go anywhere. And anyway, yeah, it was a scammer. So, with saying that, this is for the person who messaged me. If you are a scammer, That's not how I do business. You would have to go to my website and do just like any other customer. You would have to go to www.paparazzieaccessories.com and make your purchase. I mean, you would have to do just like anybody else. You would have to fill in your shipping information, your mailing address, of course, your name. You can register as a new customer if you would like. And Paparazzi will package everything up and they will mail it to your doorstep. That's just how they do things. Now, I haven't done any lives on TikTok yet, but if and when I do, when I get ready to invoice, I use Square. So whether I know you or not, that person would message me either their phone number, if they desire, or their email address, and I will send an invoice by way of Square. And that's how they would make their payment, however they choose to make their payment. Whether they use their Cash App card, whether they use a Zelle card, I don't know nothing about Zelle, or what Apple Pay, anything, as long as it's a compatible and Paparazzi accepts it as far as a payment, then you can use it. But that's the only way. Square. If Square accepts it, then you can use that. But yeah, so dear person, if you are a scammer, the person that messaged me, just don't. That ain't cool. And believe it or not, as people say, no, it's not about what people say, it's what the Bible say. Although people will say God don't like ugly, the Bible does say you reap what you sow. So if you put it out there, you put wrong out there, you scam people, you open up the door to whatever to come back your way. It may be 10 times worse. Now, the Bible doesn't exactly say that it will happen that way. It just says you reap what you sow. So, dear person, dear scammer, dear whoever was messaging me, this is for you, because after I said what I had to say as far as messaging you, you did not answer back. So that kind of, puts me on high alert. So that's the whole point for this 8-minute video message. So yeah. So, and then also it was also a conversation starter for anybody that wanted to join in. So maybe one of these days I'll do a live, kind of like this, or something at the end of a paparazzi jewelry show or something like that when I get ready to do it. So anyway, you have a blessed day, a blessed evening, a blessed Sunday. I hope you were spiritually fed as well as physically fed. And so God bless you, but you also be a blessing to someone else, because you never know whose life you might save. All right, God bless you.